you know what? It is what it is. Oh yeah, welcome to DocWob TV episode 76, I don't know. So this one's going to be a trials episode. I know every fucking will moan at me, but I'm like, I love a bit of trials. There's something wrong with it if you don't. A lot of motocrosses in the winter ride trials. You've got to respect the guys. And I'm in love with all things trick. And this doesn't get a lot trickier than this in Trials Bike World. This is a HRC TLM 260 RF, whatever that means. This is a proper HRC bike, Honda racing all over it. I know the new Montesa Hondas had HRC written on them, but this is a real thing. So this is the precursor to the 315, same engine tuning, sounds the same, but it's air cooled, discs front and rear, monoshock, very trick. So we've gone through it. We've got to build the motor. We're waiting on a rod kit to come. Trust me, bits for this are hard to find. So we've had this. And the case is Cerakoted because they were painted, outer case, factory bronze on the ignition cover. We've gone the lower fork tubes, factory bronze colour, so we'll rebuild those so they look pretty. Gone for the top clamp, but not the bottom. We'll fluff and buff the bottom. I was going to have it just for myself to ride, but the more I mess with it, the more I might do it really nice. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have the linkage apart and give it a fluff and buff, and we'll see how it looks then. But it'll be nice enough. I don't really want to paint the frame and get away from the original patina of the thing. Same with the tank. Tank's got all these cool Japanese stickers on. Because it was a Japanese import, you can only get these in Japan. So you have to import them from Japan. Narita rode one in the 91 trials. Best result we got was a 6 by all accounts. It's just a HRC bike. I mean, it's even got HRC written on the parts. It's just fucking trick. So I like a bit of niceness. So we'll build it back up. We won't go crazy. We won't make it purple rims or anything silly. It'll be original looking as best we can. I'm going to fill it full of titanium, of course I am. So it's going to be tied right up. We've plated the axles and some of the bigger stuff, the springs and all that stuff. So that'll look pretty. It's going to be, I'm excited about this one. Nice. So this is the 2024 TXT GP 300 GasGas Trials bike. It's the first real GasGas made in Austria. Well, it's assembled in Spain with Austrian components. That's the best way we can describe it. But it's coming through now with all the KTM bolts, the same as the motocross bikes and the enduro bikes that we already supply. So we do make all the titanium bolts for the factory teams from GasGas, Husqvarna, KTM. So we do supply the factory direct. Now we've started to measure up one of these. So we've got quite a bit in stock, probably 2/3 of it, 3/4. There's a few bits and pieces we're going to have to make, linkage bolts, engine mount bolts, everything's a lot smaller. But we're getting there. The thing's fucking uber trick. And it's just a matter of working with the factory to make sure that we make what they need. And we think there's a market for this. These guys are spending money. These things are like $9 grand new, and now these guys, the trials guys, always used to not spend any money, but now they do want to trick the stuff up, same as everybody else. So there's a market for it. If we can get onto the factory team, then that'd be great for everybody. We'll make sure that what we make is what the factory teams run, which should be the same as what we sell to everybody, same as we do with the motocross stuff. I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. So after that cool bit of riding,
Wob's been able to pass over to me. If you don't know who I am, my name's Danny Butler and I run something called TrialTube, which is the world's biggest independent, honest review site on YouTube for trials bikes. Now, as you can tell, in that last little VT, the bike was pretty much brand new and it looked great, and since then I've done a hell of a lot of riding and a serious amount of mechanicking, and what I've found is with the DocWob titanium bolts, there's a huge difference when it comes to the longevity of the bolt whilst working on the bike. So simply, if you do actually use the DocWob tools as well to go with the bolts, then you'll find that, what can I say, it just makes your bike easier to work on. Obviously you've got a more positive connection between the tools, the bolts, and of course then the threads. Now, my bike is almost riddled, well, pretty much riddled in DocWob titanium, and honestly, this isn't the first bike I've done it to. This is the second. The first one was a Sherco that we have earlier on the TrialTube channel. What can I say? Having the surety of being able to carry your nuts and bolts from bike to bike to bike is, yeah, it's a big deal. Maybe not as fast as the motocross crowd, but what can we say? Now, like I said earlier on, I think the main difference when you change over to the DocWob titanium is the surety of your bike build and the confidence that when you're working on the bike, not only are the nuts and bolts lighter, stronger, and what can I say, just finished to a quality, they are, for lack of a better word, really cool as well. And isn't that why we do it? Because it's cool. Apart from that, I hope he starts to do more trial stuff. I know that he's going to probably stay with all the motocross, but if you are a motocross enthusiast who rides trials in the winter, let us know, as it does help you to become a better motocross rider. It really does. But for now, oh, I better do that thing that Rob never remembers to do. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and if you're enjoying DocWob TV, then check out the website and get yourself a full kit of DocWob titanium, simply because well, it's tried and tested, you know. If the GasGas Factory team are using it, then why can't you?
See you next time.